Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Silverhairstacker Show with co-host Sally, the Upside Down Picker.
Hi.
And why does it say on the YouTube side that it's still waiting? Oh, there it goes. Sally's busy doing a little work this morning, which is
Yeah,
fine.
I'm in the mode right now, so I gotta finish what I'm doing at least, and then I can chill out for a bit.
Yeah. You probably heard me yesterday while the show was going on. I went in the closet and was digging in some death pile.
Uh-oh. Did you find anything good?
Oh, no, I pretty much know what's in the death pile. I
Right.
just
Do
need
you
to
ever forget though? Do you shit? Do you ever forget and then you're like, oh, I forgot about that.
uh
I always do that.
sometimes, I guess, sort of. Like if I go like on a big garage sale day like 2 weeks ago,
Mm-hmm.
I went to probably 20 garage sales,
Yeah. Wow.
and yeah, some of the stuff I bought I go, "Oh yeah, I got that." But that's a like a recent purchase. The stuff that's been in my death pile for a long time.
Yeah.
Um I guess I see it often enough that it doesn't surprise me that it's there.
Yeah. I see there's stuff that I have a lot of stuff in totes, and they're clear totes. And so every once in a while, I'll see something and I'll be like, man, I really should dig that out. That needs to be listed right now, and then I'll dig the whole thing out and go through it and see what I can pull out that I can list right now that is inspiring me.
Yeah.
It's like some stuff, it just doesn't spark me, doesn't
Yep.
spark me. And so I just leave it for now. It's like I don't want to list that right now. I'm not in the mood to list that right now. So I'm just gonna wait and uh and see what else I can find.
Yeah.
I know I have good stuff. I have a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, I'll be doing a little bit of digging and go, why have I been listing these 10 to
Yeah,
$15 things
yeah.
when that thing there is worth 30 or 40,
Hmm.
That kind of bugs me about some of the stuff that's in my pile.
Right. I get that too. I get that.
I'll be right back.
Okay. How's everybody doing this morning? Hope you're doing all right. I don't know if you seen it or not. I posted a post on Instagram this morning. I was going through my numbers this morning. I am $505 away from my next goal, which is 4,000 for a 90-day total. Uh, you kind of have to look at it like that. Um, it's better to look at it like that, I think, than look at it month to month because it's kind of harder month to month because sometimes like with stimulus money and child tax credit money and all of that, sometimes you you do better than other times. My eBay store is uh I believe it's Gosh, now I can't think of it. Sally Nasser 35. Look that up. 35. I think it's Sally Nasser 35. Hey there, Hank.
What's the 35 for? Is that your age or your IQ level or what?
Shut up, Todd.
So,
It was my age. It's not anymore.
it wasn't, well,
I've
yeah,
been
I guess
I've been selling on eBay for 10 years.
everyone that is older than 35 was once 35.
Well, this is true.
That makes sense.
It also could be under Sally Shiny Penny. That's the name of my store.
Sally Shiny Penny.
Yep.
That's
Sally
cute.
Nasser 35. SALLYNA, N as in Nancy, ASSER 35.
Did you say hi to everyone in the side chat this morning?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean,
Oh,
I said, hi, everybody in the side chat.
oh, okay, me too. Hi, everybody in the side chat.
Hope everybody's doing good today.
We got Bum Crag, Chicken Toad, Joanna, Lag, Mr. Sadie, Bum Crack Big again, Karen, Diane,
I was telling everybody
Beth,
about my goals,
Hank,
though. I
Hanky
got goals.
Hankerson,
I got
Steven.
I got goals.
That's good.
Well, I had a goal, 3,000 for my 90 day, and I passed that.
Yeah.
I passed that like probably 2 weeks ago, and now it's 4,000. Now my goal is 4,000, and I've already sold. Last month I sold a total of 40 items. This month I've already sold 80 items. So that was another one of my goals, and I've already passed that. So I feel like I'm on the right track with what I'm doing. Yeah, you're gonna be 35 in a couple years, Mr. Sadie. 35
Hey,
plus
Cyber,
100.
you can't stop salivating. That's funny. He did a parody, little video parody of a friend of ours on YouTube.
About salivating?
Yeah, there's a gold and silver buyer collector stackers channel called Salivate Metal.
Oh.
And for his intro on Salivate Metal for quite a while,
Oh my God.
he had a video of his mouth and he was spitting out dimes,
Oh my God.
silver dimes. And so he quit using that little video clip like several years ago. I imagine a bunch of the folks that saw Cyber do that. So Cyber has this, it's kind of a Halloween mask,
Uh-huh.
but it kind of looks like a real dude with a,
Little dude.
yeah, with a big old mustache. And
Oh. Like a dude from a dude ranch?
no, just a guy. Anyway, he
Okay.
he set up this bottle of hand foaming hand sanitizer, and he set it up to where he could squirt that foam sanitizer out the mouth of the
Oh my God.
mask. So so everybody go to Cyber's channel and watch that.
That's
But
hilarious.
but if you've never seen the intro video of Salivate Metals when he was doing that, I've been meaning to go back to that video and see what Salivate's comment was, because Salivate always comments on both Cybers and my channel. Anyway, all in good fun.
Sarah says it took 22 takes to get that shot.
Yeah, he said something about, I went through a whole bottle of hand sanitizer
Oh my
to
gosh,
get that.
that's hilarious.
He does some cool imaginative things on his channel.
Yeah. I'm not too I'm not about that. I mean I like to watch stuff like that, but I don't like making videos. As far as like editing and all of that, I can't get into it.
Yeah.
I really tried to.
Well, I make videos, but I don't edit. I just take the film clips and stick them together and put them up there. I don't ever cut them shorter or make them.
That's too much work for me.
I don't put little cutesy descriptive words on the videos or anything. Just now, once in a while, I will do a retake if I'm trying to make a serious point, and I
Sorry,
and
somebody
I
else now that
screw up.
came out of.
If I screw up something I said, then I'll go ahead and shoot that portion of the video again.
So
Anyway,
what did you do yesterday? Did you just stay home and list?
yeah, I cleaned on the pool some, and um, I got about 7 or 8 things listed.
Well, that's good.
Actually, well, like 7 listings, but it was like 25 items because
Multiples.
I had some army uniforms,
Oh yeah.
camo uniforms, and so
Hmm.
I had like 5 of one thing and like 3 of one thing and like 6 of one thing. So
Right.
I like it when you can make a listing of multiple items.
Me too. That's one of my favorite things.
If I can get them to sell. The bad thing about selling military surplus, even though like a pair of pants is worth $15,
Hmm.
it's $8.20 to ship it, or
Yeah.
maybe $7.80 if you can get it in a paper flat rate. But
That's that's my hardship right now is
there's,
I I can't seem to sell pants because of the shipping, I think.
you know,
And I think I'm gonna have to take a cut on some of the shipping, just to get them gone. Mark them down as low as I can get them, um, and then try to do because they'll have to go priority on most of them. So I mean that's the hardest part about those. I'm not gonna pick them up anymore because it's just not worth it for me.
yeah, I mean, on on $15 items, you almost
Yeah,
just about need to stay under a pound now.
yeah. And if you
And
look at them in the store, they're not all that cheap either. But you know, it's all about having stuff that people want.
what what bearded? He's he being just goofy now. What the heck? Hard body. Yeah, I've got I've got a hard body underneath all this fat right here on my hard body. The only thing hard on me is my teeth. There's the link if anybody wants to join in. Hard body. No, a hand model. I thought it said hard model. Oh, hand model. Yeah, I got cute hands. Yep.
25 is the new 15.
What?
Okay.
Yeah, it kind of is lag. I mean, if if an item doesn't sell for $25, then it can't really be. It can pretty much only be first class shipping
Yeah.
because, yeah. Me again, Margaret.
How's
Hi,
everybody
Scott.
morning?
Yeah, how's it going?
I'm good.
I've already been to the doctor and given the vultures blood this morning. This what a way to wake up.
Oh, great.
That's what happens when you get
So
old. Like you get old like us, they want to make sure you're. Mm.
I am past my yearly checkup date myself.
Well, I've got high blood pressure and usually stay borderline diabetic. So well, what am I like a 5.8? So they don't want to go any higher. So they check me every 6 months.
Yeah, that's no joke.
I've been bad this 6 months, so I'm probably gonna have to get a lecture on next Tuesday.
Well, you've been working on your weight though. That helps.
Well, not this time. I've gained about 20 pounds back. I started back again yesterday.
Mm.
It's hard, man. It's super hard to lose stuff. I mean, you just really have to be committed.
I need to be committed, but it's probably not for that.
Yep. Crazy,
I'm saying you have to be.
crazy
I
Scott.
wasn't saying that, Scott.
But I don't want to give you any bad news, Sally.
Well,
Amazon is making a play to kind of, for those of you who don't sell on Amazon, about mid February, that's 8 weeks now.
mm-hmm.
They started giving an extra discount using UPS.
Oh, really?
I'm shipping stuff that should go first class, UPS ground that's cheaper than first class.
Really?
Yeah, and it's probably on 80% of the orders, but there'll be stuff that's between a pound and 2 pounds that they're shipping UPS ground for $5 to $6. It's been absolutely it's lag does a lot of Amazon. He'll tell you the same thing. It's been absolutely amazing the shipping discounts that they've been passing on since mid-February.
Wow.
Huh.
Maybe I should rethink selling on Amazon. I don't know if I want to go to the trouble though. I'm just
Yeah,
not.
so
I don't think
I had
I'm cut out for it.
10 items shipped yesterday. 4 of those were under a pound. Only one went USPS.
Wow.
Yeah. And the rest are going UPS.
Everything, and so I found a link that would give me 10 years of free pickups.
Mm.
So now UPS picks up at the house from now till 2031. So yeah, that's winning.
Oh, wow. Well, I don't know, Scott. I mean, and for some reason, Amazon had just never appealed to me. I just never wanted to get into it. And I don't know. It would have to be something really good for me to get into it.
So I've changed the way I do a lot of things. I don't travel as much anymore.
Yeah.
It wasn't COVID or anything because I traveled during all that. It was reevaluating when Johnny got sick, and then as
Mm-hmm.
Dustin, Tristan, and then Harlan's brother Kevin. It makes you decide that what's important, and being on the road chasing product is just not it.
Mm-hmm.
So I like the long yard sales. Me and Chad Golden Finger Picker, we had a ton of fun for the 2.5 days I was there.
God, it looked like it.
Yeah, I got another video
Yeah.
I'll put out this morning. Me and him
Cool.
carrying on. And I think it was good for him too because she has had he had health problems, and then she had health problems with that bad surgery, and he hadn't been sourcing. So to get him out and moving around, and they're coming back to you. They say they're coming back to YouTube shortly, which I hope they do.
Oh, good. I hope so too.
But they were
It's bad.
I can't tell you the amount of fun in 2 days riding around carrying on. I mean, we laughed and carried. I mean, it was just outstanding fun.
I like
And it
that.
didn't hurt things that he found a $16,000 watch.
And he found another. He found a Case XX knife too. He paid
Wow.
$1 for it. It's worth 1,000, 1,200. He got a couple Seikos. He paid, as he says, he paid up for them $20 or $30, but they're worth the 500 to 600 range.
God, that
So
guy.
Wow.
he did. He got a GT bike. That'll be in one of the videos. The GT BMX bikes. What else did he pick up? There was just several things that were really good. And then here's a good story. So Friday afternoon, Chad says, "We got a problem tomorrow." I'm like, "What do you mean a problem? We're going to yard sales." He said, "Somebody's coming through and giving me a lot of stuff for free, and um, I don't think y'all get along." I'm like, "There's only a few people I don't really get along," and it turned. He said, "Okay, so it's Lonnie." I'm like, I don't have a problem with Lonnie. Lonnie had a problem with me. It was just never a thing. And because you know, I'm to the point where that kind of stuff you learn in life that what's important in the small little. And so we met up with those guys, Lonnie, his wife and daughter, and I told Lonnie the same thing. I'm like, dude, we need to bury this right here. Yeah, I've never had anything against you, man. It's just silly. I said, there's been a lot of loss in my life lately, and it just really shows me different things. And he said, man, I've been through the ringer too, and I think you're 100% correct.
Good.
And so before we left, he actually came back to the van and said, because he didn't recognize me at first because the beard's cut off, and
Oh,
because I had sunglasses on, and he come back to the van and gave me a big man hug and said, "You're absolutely right, man. You just can't imagine what I've been through, and this is stuff like this is just silly, man." So that was a great part of the trip too. So running into those guys.
Yeah.
that it takes a bigger man to do that, Scott, than it does to be such a wuss and and act like you're mad at somebody, and then you really somebody asks you what really is the beef between you guys, and you can't even say anything.
I I think
That
it was because I had a course at one time. I think that he didn't like that, or I don't know what it was, or
yeah,
maybe I was hanging out with Shane and he and Shane had a falling out. I don't know what it
and
was.
it's not worth it.
I honestly couldn't tell you why. I mean,
I mean, really, like people in your life, that pass through your life, you kind of have to grab a hold of those good ones, and if there's something that happens between you or whatever, you just sometimes you just gotta let it go, and you know and try to make the best of it or whatever.
yeah,
And if you
yeah.
have a good friend in him, then
Kevin is the one that's been hard to. Harlan's brother Kevin, he was 44 years old. He went to the doctor. He was in very good health. He watched his health. He did his checkups every year, and whatever the doctor told him, the last few months, he'd come out of a checkup, and the doctor said, "Watch your cholesterol. It's creeping up." So he'd given up red meat. I mean, this dude was in better shape than any of us, and he sat down on a recliner one night, didn't get up, heart attack at 44.
wow,
That is really shaking me. I know Harlan's never going to be over it, and
yeah,
but it's that one was the one. Dusty and Tristan too, because I could go 6 weeks and I hear from Dusty, and all of a sudden, we see him 3 or 4 times, and then not again.
hmm
And so you keep waiting for a phone call from him that's never coming. But Kevin, that we saw 3 or 4 times a week, every week, that's been tough.
who is that? Kevin.
Kevin, that's Harlan's brother, was named Kevin.
Oh,
I
I
think
don't know.
he's been in a couple of y'all's videos, hasn't he?
Yeah, he was the what do you call it? Rocket City Picker was the name of his when he was in YouTube chats. He didn't do it much. He just didn't have time because he worked for the government and has a young
Not
family.
Buccio, right?
Say what?
Buccio?
No, not Kevin
No.
Booth.
Hmm. I'm trying to. There's been a lot of people. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
we've been on YouTube for 5 years, so it's been there's been a lot of people. That we've come across. And became friends with a lot of people. But it's so crazy sometimes how they can just be here and fine and then not.
yeah, because
Yeah.
one of the OGs, my my Easy Pro, the disc cleaner thing. Um, what was the old fellow's name? He was in some of the older chats. Was always smoking. He died of cancer about 4 years ago. He sold off a lot of his stuff beforehand, so every time I look at him, I remember, hanging out. What was his name? He was a funny guy.
Yeah.
What was it?
I know exactly who you're
He might
talking about.
was it OG Pick? It was something.
Yeah, OG. That's
There,
what Dusty and Tristan called him, was
the
OG
Yeah,
the one that
Picker.
was on our show. Was he on our morning show?
He may
I
have been.
we Yeah, we had Dana. Was it Dana?
it was Dana. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He was really cool. He was really cool. And then who? Oh gosh, now I'm trying to remember. Um, there was that other guy after. Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch now.
Yeah, life doesn't care. So I watch a lot of van life people because I try not to watch too much.
Yeah.
Todd, you're one of the few pickers I actually continue to catch up with, but just because you get so immersed in reselling, it's hard to do watch YouTube. You got to have a break. So I watch a lot of van life people, and a big channel they've grown since I've been watching them named Eamon and Beck, and she's 30 and got hit with breast cancer, so now she's showing
Mm.
the same. She's on the same breast cancer journey, and Johnny's been watching those episodes with me, and it's everything she went through. You're just watching somebody else go through identically what we went through. It's very surreal.
Yeah.
Life is short, folks. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is. There's Jim and Tara. The link's up there in the chat if anybody else wants to come on.
Now, I've met some crazy people. Chad is crazy, but I don't know if there's anybody I've met on through YouTube and all this stuff that's any crazier than Jim. Jim Carrey might be like the echelon
Oh,
of
he
crazy.
is he is so fun. There's not a better storyteller that I've seen on YouTube than Jim. He can tell a story, man, and it's just hilarious.
And it doesn't matter if you heard it once or 10 times.
I know.
You want to hear it again.
I still go back and watch their videos of them showing stuff that they got at the auction. They're
Yeah,
hilarious.
just stand out by the trailer,
Yeah,
or they had it in the SUV full.
yeah, and there'll be like 2 feet of snow stacked around and stuff, and they'll be just dragging stuff out of a back of a van. They got some resuscitation dummies. That was hilarious video. Oh, so I got a story this morning. Gwen feeds the neighborhood cats, right out on our carport. And last night I was playing some video poker, and Gwen said, "Can you go see what that noise was?" And I went to the our French doors that have the louvers, and I looked out, and there were two raccoons and a skunk
Oh no.
eating cat food. I got a little. That's a raccoon right there. So I took this picture between the French door slats. Every time I go to the door, the skunk would scamper off, but those
Yeah,
two raccoons would just sit there.
you can see the raccoon tail there.
Yeah. And then over to the side, all those cats, she's got a cat bed out there for the cats. All those cats were just sitting on the cat bed watching them eat. They were just spellbound watching. I mean, it's like those cats
Nobody
thought it
moved.
it's like those cats thought it was a good movie watching those. Of course, both those raccoons are about 3 times as big as a cat.
You know what she's gonna have to do? She's gonna have to feed them once in the like
Yeah.
afternoon, and then that's it.
It was crazy to look out there and see not one raccoon, not 2 raccoons, but 2 raccoons and a skunk. And they were all just getting along. Let's eat. It's supper time, you know. This was after dark.
Oh my god.
So here, I got a good one for you too. So this morning, I had an alarm set for 6:30. So I wake up at like 6:15, and I'm like, I just turned the phone on, and Joni has already made a post this morning. I'm like, I knew she was up because she wasn't in the bed. She was in the living room because she, with her back, she wakes up. Here's her post. I swear I couldn't sleep. Got up, took the dogs out. One of our dogs has dementia, so if he wakes up, you got to take him out or he pees on the floor. She says, I got stung by a freaking wasp on my hip when she was sitting in a chair on the patio while the dogs were going to the bathroom.
Oh my god. Jeez.
And we've got crazy winds. I don't know how they're even flying right now.
Huh. Yeah, we got that wind up here. It was really bad. Ours was going like 40 to 50 miles an hour. It was insane, and it brought like a cold front up here. But yeah, that is so crazy.
Yeah, we're almost directly south of you, so we're probably getting the same thing right now.
Hmm.
Except we're not going to get the crazy cold weather you get. We're only I think it'll be 68 today.
Like 3 days ago, it was 68 degrees, and so freaking nice. And now it's freezing again.
Yeah, winds are at 20
Hi,
miles
Tara.
an hour.
Hey guys. Okay, Todd. I just caught you in a fib.
Hmm?
I just caught you in a fib.
Did not.
You,
What?
yes,
Why did you see vacuum?
No. He said he goes back and watches mine and Jim's videos. Jim took all our videos down. You can't watch them.
Well, I used to.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jim took them.
Why did you take them down? That was stupid.
Jim
Those were
just
great
decided,
videos.
we ain't doing it anymore.
No, it was that thing with Dusty. All that crap coming out and stuff like that. I'm like, well, I just don't want that ever. I mean, not that, I mean, it was the same thing or whatever, but I just don't want to leave a trail of stuff where people can cause problems or whatever. I just don't. It made me not trust people. Let's put it that way.
I'm so old. Something I did 3 years ago is still fresh in my mind, and something I did 10 minutes ago I've already forgotten about.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I had the same thought, Jim. I killed every live show I ever had just because.
Really?
Yep. Because I don't mention them because Dusty. We believe the same thing they did. I had tons of conversations with him, about the vaccine and all that stuff. So, and we've lived that same through. And I didn't want if something happened to me or Joni that somebody could use all that against us.
Yeah.
So,
what you say can and will be used against you, I guess. I mean, it just really took my how I feel about humanity in general down a few notches. I'll put it that way. It was really that whole situation was very ugly.
And we haven't been making videos in a very long time, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes you let outside people in your personal life, and I'm glad that I met the people we did meet, and stuff. But there are people out there that are jerks and will take something you say and twist it or use it against you. And I mean, we had like some stuff where Jim took down comments or they made comments about our son and stuff. And we're like, I don't really like that kind of stuff.
I will use Scott's saying, bad home raising. That's
I'm telling you, this past week, someone finally did everything that we'd always wanted to do. There's so many people that have say whatever they want to on the internet and never been punched in the mouth for it. Well, old boy said it to Mike Tyson. Damn, if he didn't punch him in the mouth.
I saw that video.
Oh.
Not once. He just kept pounding on the guy, like 4 or 5 good shots.
This guy has fraud convictions and all kinds of convictions everywhere and harassment. And he harassed the wrong way. You harassed Iron Mike.
Well, a late friend of mine used to say, F around till somebody knocks you down. It's like that thing. I mean, I love Chris Rock. I think, he's great. But, I mean, you can say what you want. It's a free country. But sometimes if you say something about somebody's wife's medical condition, somebody's going to pop you in the head. I mean, it may not be the right thing to do. I don't agree that it's the right thing to go physically, assault somebody. But sometimes when you throw stuff around like that, you run your mouth.
Oh my God, you want to hear?
Okay,
you were talking about Dex stories. This is a good Dex story, and this is a case of somebody's talking shit about your significant other, and you got your comeuppance.
Oh my
God! So tell him the shovel story. And this is his first wife. He doesn't even like her. No
okay,
offense.
I'll do the quick version. We're out in front of Congregational Church digging out a shrub. I used to work for a landscaper.
When he was in college.
Yeah, and it's like 95 degrees in the shade. We're out in the blazing sun with number 2 shovels digging out this big, huge shrub. We got this hole. It's about 6 feet in diameter. We're digging around the roots. Real hot. I mean, everybody's sweating. It's in the afternoon. We've been working out in the sun all day. This guy who's been a pain in the neck all day, he's been asking what time it is, and then when you tell him what time it is, he adds up what his hours were and how much he made that day and tells you, well, I made this much today. It's like, just shut up and get back to work. So anyway, he looks at me, or I'm across from him digging, and he goes, hey, Jim, why is Amy's ass so big?
Oh, you probably should have said her name. But
who at the time, I ain't married to her yet, but my girlfriend or whatever. I just took that shovel, I lifted it up out of the ground, and I took it and I flipped it. So the rounded side was up, and then I speared it forward, and I hit him. He had elastic shorts on. I hit him above his penis, but below that bone that's just above your penis, because I know this because when I pulled his pants down, he had this big red ring where I nailed him with the point of the shovel. He's on the ground saying, you cut my penis off.
I say you cut my dick off.
Anyway, he's rolling around on the ground with both hands over his crotch, screaming. He's got his brother looking at it. Is it cut off? Is it cut off? Now, his brother's bigger than me. He's a big guy. I turn around and look. I'm like, well, I guess I dropped the shovel because I guess we're going to throw down, me and his brother. His brother looked at me and he goes, hey, you know what? He had it coming. So we let him roll around. We just kept digging out the shrub and eventually wiped off his tears.
Moral of the story, don't talk shit about wives or girlfriends.
And that one is like, it was just a culmination of a really lousy day. That kid, he just said the wrong thing at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And to be honest, I dated girls with a lot bigger butts than Amy.
You better not be talking about me.
No, dear, you have the greatest butt in the world.
Okay.
Renaissance sculptors.
Get out of here, you asshole.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that'd make a great. That'd make a great one of those "Am I the Asshole" stories.
Oh, see, Jim's the greatest storyteller of anybody on YouTube.
Hey, you could write a book. Let me tell you why you shouldn't talk shit about it.
Memoirs of Jim, the early years.
Yeah, but if you think about today, if somebody had video of that, yeah, you'd be in jail. Well,
it'd probably be big on YouTube. This person rolling around saying you cut my dick off.
It was something to see. I'll say that. It left a long-lasting impression.
I wonder if he has like a scar or any mark, lifelong mark.
This would have happened like 1986, 1985.
Someone would buy your book and put it on a movie and just be like.
He might not have a physical scar, but he's got a mental scar for that.
I'm sure he remembers it. Well, you know him. I mean, he stayed in that community. I mean. He's not the
I
one
bet
that.
he never asked anybody else that same question the rest of his life.
Oh no, he didn't learn a thing. He
Oh,
almost
really?
got all the way through. He was like in his last month, and he was going to be a cop, and it's at the academy or whatever. And he said something. He made a off-color comment to a female, and lost his job, or got kicked out. So anyway,
Wow.
so no, he didn't learn. That's what he does, though. I mean, what he's thinking comes right out of his mouth. So anyhow, no, I didn't teach him. That's a lesson to you folks. Violence doesn't teach anybody anything. It may give you some temporary gratification, but don't teach nobody anything.
Oh.
No, you didn't need to do pain to that member down. Do some little bit of damage to it, then he'd remember.
Yeah, that's true. If it would have come off, you probably would have remembered better.
Yeah, it could have been like a Bobbitt story. Lorena Bobbitt. You
Oh
could have
my
made a
God, they're
Lifetime
terrible.
movie.
Oh Lord, please forgive us for what we're
Oh,
doing.
man. Yeah, I can see Jim's story being on the Hallmark Channel.
Oh yeah. The OnlyFans channel, maybe, but I don't know about the Hallmark channel.
Yeah, you get long pauses where it'll have like a little picture and say Hallmark edit.
It'll be like, do you ever watch where they take a porno movie? Not that way, but they take out all the naughty bits, so they only try to do where they're only playing the plot. They're funny as hell because they edit, and they'll be like 20 minutes long because they've edited out all the naughty bits.
Yeah, and it'll put up like a thing like a silent movie, where they put up the word screen. And it'll just say so and so and so and so get together with so and so, so and so, so and so, and so and so, and then it moves on to the next scene. So you never see any of the.
So you only watch the plot part where they're leading up to.
Yeah, no, they'll just say stuff like, "Well, they get together," so I won't give any details of what goes on, but you can figure out by the number of people, and then it goes on to the next scene. But the whole movie takes like 15 minutes. They'll take an hour and a half. There's maybe 15 minutes of plot with TV commercials. They used to, I think it was on MTV. Used to have it on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was one of the or Comedy Central, one of those channels. They used to have it on back in the early 2000s, late 90s. It was funny. That's back when we still had a plot. Now they don't even bother. It's like, hi, my name's Jane. Hi, my name's Bill. Bam, go off to the races.
Yeah.
They have plots.
Oh, the old ones did.
The old ones used to, it'd be like, what was that tropical? They did that one.
Oh, Tropical Stormy Daniels.
Yeah.
Oh, the Girl Scouts come to the door. Hi, we're selling cookies.
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Bill. I'm home all alone. Come on in, ladies. Do you have any thin
Well,
mints?
what kind of? They're with the Girl Scouts.
Well, they're obviously adult grown women.
I don't know if you should even make fun of that kind
Well,
of
I don't rate them.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
I just picked a random situation. Okay, the lady goes to the mechanic. Something's wrong with my car. Oh, hey, Bill, come over here. Take a look at this lady's car with me. Bum, bum, bam. Next thing you know, she's got grease smudges on her fanny.
Okay, all right. This is a PG show.
Dent in the hood.
Greased up windshield, it's all smeared up.
Yeah, you got the handprints over the headlights and the butt mark on down the middle of the hood, and a big dent.
Do you remember on HBO, and it was a long time ago, they used to have a show, it was called like Real Sex. Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it. But this was the funny part is one of the episodes was filmed in that little town in Eagle River where I was from. They followed a stripper that did the circuit that would come up there and strip at this old club up there. It was called Weasels. And it's funny because when they're filming Real Sex, they're in our downtown district, like while she's walking around talking about her boob job and butt job and stuff. I'm like, wow, that's really
It was an
funny.
academy for strippers. They were actually like a training school for strippers.
Oh, Weasels was?
Yeah, but here's the crazy thing. Their specialty was the quilt dance.
Oh,
now,
really?
I've been there for several bachelor parties. They'd have a quilt rack on the wall. I'm not kidding. This lady goes over and grabs grandma's quilt, lays down on the floor and starts dancing. It's like, okay, that just blew the whole thing. Because now I'm thinking of my grandma, cookies.
Was it like an napkin, like a granny square?
Like a square quilt, yeah.
Good
Yeah,
grief.
because that was their thing. They'd have like this, so they're not dancing on the dirty floor, I guess. So they dance on top of
So
this
they dance
quilt.
on this dirty quilt that
I
everybody's been
guess,
dancing
yeah, I
on?
know. It was stupid. Anyway, but and they got on HBO with it, but because I went there, I'm like, they don't have no quilt thing like that. And I went there for one of that guy's brother, his bachelor party, the guy with the shovel guy's brother. I go to that bachelor party, and there she is pulling a quilt off the wall. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Oh.
Anyway, I'm not tipping for this.
Hmm.
I want my dollar back.
Oh.
Oh, yeah,
Oh my God.
Joanne's talking to you, Tara. She says, I was going to let you know when we go to Bowling Green next. Not so sure we can let Jim and my husband out to public together, though.
Okay. Yeah, if I'm around. I mean, Jim's going to be starting to go to Wisconsin here as soon as the snow's gone up there.
Why is he going to go to Wisconsin?
Because I still got some shit up there. I got
Are
one.
you serious?
Well, yeah, it's my life.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to get that last. I have one more piece of real estate up there I want to put up for sale, and then I'll be done.
Yeah.
I can move on with the rest of my life. No, I got like my old shavings trailer, semi trailers up there. I'm gonna Bill. Who the hell is Bill? Jim, take pictures of it so I can put that up for sale. 2 semi trailers. I gotta get those put up for sale up there on Marketplace and just stupid shit like that. Anyway. Well, the bad thing about up there is like right now I'm waiting for the snow to melt enough so I can get in my property because there's a big bank of snow.
And
it's the end of freaking April. It's like 7 months of winter up there. It's very inconvenient.
And
the diesel prices.
And Sally knows. I'm sure in Michigan, comes when the spring thaw comes. You got a month and a half where you can't drive down the road with a truck. So we got that coming up.
Well, I think they're on already. Honestly,
I hope so.
I'm pretty sure they are.
Because usually they come off like so I really can't pull nothing out of there till the middle of May.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have to just time it just right.
Mm-hmm.
You have to time it just right because before you know it, the freaking snow will be here again.
Yeah, I know. You got like 4 months. When September comes, when I lived up there, September is like, oh, I got to get this stuff done before winter. I mean, like down here, we're mowing the grass and shit. I'm in shorts. I'm like, oh, this is great. But I will say, even now, a little bit, like when it gets October down here, I'll be like, oh, Jim, we got to get this stuff done before the snow comes.
And diesel double.
Yeah. Anyway, it is still. I've been traumatized by it. It's probably like a POW, where they start hearing fireworks and freaking out. It's like, oh, it's fall, the snow's coming.
Yeah, those are some sad stories, Todd. Let's talk about the snow we have. We got a couple dustings. We got 2 dustings this year. That was it.
We had it. Well, it was cold here, but I mean, we probably had like 4 snows. I do like it down here because it like gets 2 inches of snow and everything shuts down. I mean, nobody does anything. Which up north, I mean, well, Sally knows this. You'll get 12, 13 days. You got to go to work the next day.
Yeah. Like 2 days ago, 2 days ago, it was 68 degrees. And then right now it's probably 40s, maybe 40s, if not 30s. It's supposed to snow today.
Oh.
Sally, you should see down here when they plow snow. They leave these like big piles of snow in the middle of the parking lot and stuff because they can't figure out that you got to push it all in one spot. So they got all these big ruts for cars that try to drive over these little, they do get. It's just they have absolutely no concept of how you move snow or pile it or anything. It's pretty funny.
They have this is funny. Okay, I'm sorry. This is funny. They have like the plow trucks here, so when the snowstorm comes, they put tire chains on the plow trucks.
Yeah.
Like,
and like 1 inch of snow, they got chains on.
Oh my God.
They're going through the Rocky Mountains. I'm not shitting you. If I'm lying, I'm crying.
And then in the summertime, in Wisconsin in the summertime, you take the plow off the truck. So what they do is they leave the plow on one truck and they use it to push gravel off the road in the summertime because they think that's an okay use for their
Oh, right.
because you get those gravel pileups in the intersections. I'm like, oh my God.
Anyway, it's great.
Oh man.
That's so nuts. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I will say if you move down by Valerie in North Carolina, you'll love it once you get out of there. So it's like, oh my God, why did I live there so long?
Yeah, you'll never go back. I mean, I
like,
go back
all
if
the
I have to. I
time.
would never go back to that place if I didn't have to. No offense to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, you know what? I'm getting divorced anyways. It's fine. You know, I just don't want to leave my kids here. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
Well,
But
give me a new
they
address.
don't want to move out of state.
You
So
know, I had when I said I was going to move down here, I told my friends, and they all moved down here before me, which is insane. But anyway, this one lady, she moves down here. Her sister moves down here. Her mom moves down here. About a year and a half later, her brother moves down here. About another year later, all their nieces and
My
nephews
mom and
moved
my
down
sister
here.
and brother.
We moved down here, and within a year and a half, his mom and his sister are living here. So they'll just end up migrating towards you.
Yeah, we used
yeah,
to live. Shoot, they lived
yeah.
in
Well, I
Kissimmee.
hope
We
so.
lived in Eagle River, Wisconsin, and now we live 5 miles apart. Which is
That's so
in some ways.
crazy.
It's good in some ways.
That's good though. It's good to be around, around people, and like my kids got their own things going on, and I just need to go. I need to be doing my own thing.
Well, I guess I don't know about North Carolina, but if I compare where I lived at the top of Wisconsin to here, it's so much cheaper for me. Like cost of living is so
Yeah,
much cheaper here than when I lived up at the top of Wisconsin.
right.
I mean, my utilities are cheaper. Like I'll just use this example. Like if I ran the electric heat a lot in the winter, I mean, maybe I'll have a $200 electric bill. In the middle of winter in Wisconsin, my utility bills were running close to $400 a month. My
Hmm.
property taxes are cheaper. It's just for me, the cost of living is a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Southern states in general, because the taxation is the big.
Yeah. I
You
went
hear,
from and not that compared to other people, it's like, oh, that doesn't seem that bad. I mean, I was paying around $3,000 a year up in the top of Wisconsin, and I'm paying like 500 a year here.
yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, I think we're like I'm at 700 for this house,
Yeah.
Dang.
And whatever
and then
service
talk to
we
anybody who's like in New York,
Yeah, and
California.
whatever I get for not having services, honestly, I really don't miss them because I didn't have that many more services up there.
whatever services they're paying for with all those high taxes, we weren't seeing any of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. We pay a higher property tax than that, but we don't have state income tax, so
Yeah, we have state
that,
income tax
that
here.
kind of evens out.
And I will say, like, Tennessee doesn't have state income tax, but when I was looking to move, which I always wanted to stay up towards Kentucky, Jim wanted to look towards Tennessee. But I will say the property prices there were probably about 30% higher than they were in Kentucky, where in the area we were looking.
You think it's due to the fact that Tennessee doesn't have an income tax? Helps
I think
offset
so. I
some.
think you were drawing more people into Tennessee, and I think they just could get a little better property values. Now, if you go up towards obviously like the Gold Coast, Lexington, Shelbyville, up in that big horse region, yeah, property is a lot more expensive up there. But when you go to Lexington, I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, their meridians are all landscaped and planted. I mean, it's like if you're into horses, it's like going to horse heaven up there. It's like, oh my God, I can't believe it.
Yeah, Loretta
Anyway.
Lynn, she didn't stay in Kentucky.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
As soon as she started making money, her ass was in Tennessee.
Yeah.
It ain't Pigeon Forge, Kentucky.
Yeah, so
Well,
I'm
she's in
watching.
Hurricane Mills.
Or Hurricane Mills, that's where she's at.
I'm rewatching this series. It's based on y'all. While I've been working the last few weeks, I've been watching Justified, set in Harlan, Kentucky.
Oh, Jim loves that.
Oh, yeah, that's a good
Justified.
show.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm halfway through season 3. I'm just watching on Hulu. I've just got it on while I'm out there.
What is it called?
Justified.
Oh,
It's got that Oldham guy. He was in
Yeah, Timothy Oliphant. Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah.
Deadwood.
Oh, he was in
He was
Deadwood.
a shopkeeper in Deadwood.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. That's an old HBO.
He's in Santa Clara Diet. He's the husband. Timothy Oliphant, I think is the.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Timothy Olyphant is a star.
Yeah. Now he's got real a John Wayne kind of style character. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I've been listening to the Johnny Depp trial while I'm listening because it's just hilarious. Anyway,
This guy would
John-
definitely kick Johnny Depp's ass.
Johnny Depp trial for what?
he's suing his wife for defamation because she wrote that op-ed about that he abused her or whatever. But they had Johnny Depp on the stand. I mean, you could have like quotes out of there. I mean, into perpetuity. I mean, it's just funny, and he talks real slow. He's like this. He's like if it was William Shatner, but different. An intellectual William Shatner that's also has brain damage from doing too many drugs. I mean, it is good, but he's very smart. I'm not saying that, but he talks real slow.
And I wasn't there, so I mean, you can't judge. You're not there, so you don't know what happened or whatever. But the general feel I get is this guy couldn't slap his way out of a wet paper bag. I mean, this is not. He's like Iron Mike is the polar opposite of Johnny Depp. Let me put it that way.
Anyway,
Well,
Yeah, if you're trying to come up,
I thought he was the one who was being abused.
yeah, it's coming out the trial he was.
Even his wife says she was abused. She admits she was abusing him.
Damn.
yeah, Chicken Toes talking about Tennessee over Alabama. The problem with getting into North Alabama is the growth here is so crazy. I live at 12 miles from that Tennessee line. There's 9 subdivisions going in this around us right now. It's the growth rate of Huntsville is taking up this whole section.
Yeah.
It's just you can't find land, you can't find anything. It's just absolutely insane here right now. We've been on a 30% growth rate for 30, 40 years. It's
well, even like here when you had the huge like real estate boom here in 2020 or whatever at the end of Trump's presidency. I mean, even here, and because that's around the time his mother was buying a house. I mean, I would say from when we bought a piece of property to his mom, I would say they increased at least by 40% in prices. And I was talking to the real estate agent because we're friends with him. And he's like, oh my God, all I get is calls from people from Illinois, Indiana, California, New York. And they're even here in little old Kentucky, they were coming, a lot of out of state sales coming in.
And we're full. The state's completely full now, so no one else is coming. So.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Yeah, well, here
What
we
are
bought.
What are you just saying?
There's no room. Sorry.
Yeah, we bought this house 5 years ago, and it's more than doubled in 5 years. It's almost 2.5. It's almost 2.5 times what it was 5 years ago.
We went up about 20% on Zillow.
Yeah,
value.
on Zillow said. I mean, I couldn't replace what I have, so I might as well stay with what I got.
Yeah, that's
and
the
I don't
problem.
have a heart to move either.
Yeah, Esther Say said lots of people I know moving to Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know, you get those farm towns where people are born there, they live there, they die there. You know, their ancestors are all buried in the cemetery in the same town. You know, they may go to school, but they come back home and then they, live, work, and die in that same community. That's kind of what this area that we are, that's kind of what it's like. So that's kind of good. We don't have a lot of people coming in. Nobody's going out, but you don't have a lot of people coming in. There's no new subdivisions or whatever. Or not a lot of them. There are some. But.
And now they accepted us so they can understand us when we talk and stuff. So that's good. Before they just look at you, I can't understand a word you're saying. I'm like,
we talk exactly the same, but I think it's because they don't know you. They pretend they don't understand you, so go away.
You're not from
Get out of here, Yankee. Go back over. First, Guinness.
Yeah, the people moving here are absolutely insane from everywhere because of the tech industry. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
We do have an Amazon warehouse, a good sized Amazon warehouse. So unfortunately, that does bring in some people for jobs. But if they'd shut that down, there wouldn't be no jobs here, and then everybody could leave. Unless you sell online, there's
no, and they got those factories here, like that Rand tool thing and some other crap.
Some Korean factories.
Yeah, car factories or whatever, or car part factories.
Yeah, they're currently building an Amazon warehouse here. They're building a Facebook facility here. They're building the Mazda plant here. I mean, it's just
the metaverse is coming to Huntsville. Watch out, Scott. You'll get sucked in the metaverse if you got a Facebook facility.
Facebook.
Yeah, he says they're building a Facebook
What
facility.
the hell
Yeah,
is
it's a big data farm there and service facility. They're built. It's only about 4 miles from here,
Oh.
maybe 6.
like a farm game where people want to get help with their crops, or
The metaverse? No, I think
is that the
it's
kind of farm we're talking about? What kind of farm are we talking about?
I think it's Bitcoin.
I'm suspicious. Whatever happened to him? The resale Ronin. Did he ever? Remember he
Ask
always.
Scott. He probably
Yeah,
knows.
Scott. Remember resale Ronin always used to close his show at Bitcoin. Did he buy a lot of Bitcoin?
As far as I know, he's still teaching jujitsu and.
Oh.
But
Because if he would have bought,
he's either
bought up
engaged,
some of that Bitcoin, he'd be doing pretty well right now.
Oh boy.
he's either engaged or got married.
I laughed at Bitcoin, but I actually got some.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, way back when it was new and fangled.
Yeah, like
you know.
one Bitcoin was like worth nothing. Now it's like now they got to break up the Bitcoin so you can buy something with it because the Bitcoin's so big.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Anyway, Bitcoin.
Farmville.
If we only knew then what we know now, we'd all be
Yeah.
rich.
Oh,
Yeah.
Trump's not going to go back to Twitter. I honestly don't even have Twitter. Jim got rid of his Facebook. He totally left all social media. Oh no, he really didn't, because I had a second Facebook that he took over, but he doesn't post anything on it. He only looks at
Oh, you
Facebook
shut
Marketplace.
up.
Anyway, but
Oh.
I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. I'm not on any of that stuff because I don't have time to put it on my phone or look at it, and it's too technical. So I just don't even do it. I don't even care.
Bitcoin is 39.4.
Oh well,
It
39.
was up around 60, wasn't it?
maybe
Oh.
might have been a little
Yeah.
higher. I don't remember.
It ran close to 70 before it dropped.
Well,
Oh, okay. So I guess they're not that big. My kid was watching some video and I thought they had to like break
But
it
they
down.
were
It
up
was
to like close to $80 before
Oh,
it
maybe that's
dropped.
what it was.
Oh.
Yeah, because they were like trying to buy like snacks at a convenience store, and they're like, "Yeah, do you take Bitcoin?" And the people are like, "What?" But then they finally go to this podunk town. They go, "Do you guys take Bitcoin?" They're kind of be like smart Alex, and the lady's like, "Yeah, the machine's right over there. I don't know how to use it." They go over there. There's an ATM. They were able to cash in their Bitcoin.
Oh, cool. I think I saw one here at like Walmart.
It was like a challenge. They were trying to drive from one point to another point using only Bitcoin for money. You know, because there's so few places where you can cash it in. So that was the whole point of the thing.
Hmm.
Anyway, that's an interesting story.
Yeah.
So I'll wrap it up.
Wow.
Sorry.
That was amazing.
Yeah, Tara, Mr. Zadie is saying Trump said yesterday he will not be returning to Twitter. He said
Yeah.
he would start doing making posts on True Social in the next 7 days.
I think we did. Jim looked into Truth Social, but you need an Apple iPhone, was it?
Oh, is that what it? No,
Yeah,
I think
you have to have an iPhone. They say that Android should be out in the next 4 to 6 weeks.
Oh. Well, anyway, when it first came out, it was you need an iPhone.
yeah, we
don't have iPhones.
we rock the crappy track phone Android.
Yeah,
I guess you could get an iPhone track phone, but we're too cheap.
Jim's very cheap.
Yeah,
If you live with Jim, you will not have a good cell phone service because he's too cheap.
I had a cell phone bill that was up to $700 a month, and that's why I said, okay, something's got to change.
Oh boy.
Because I could be driving a new Mercedes or on a lease instead of having this for a phone. I will not name the company.
But you did.
Well, it was family phone. I mean, everybody else in the family had a phone off it too.
But you were responsible for paying it.
Yeah.
So I was reading something about Twitter. Elon's history is through PayPal, and there were some things that they did that Jack did before he left that set up Twitter to take Bitcoin, and it looks like Twitter has, because you look at it and go, it's not worth what he paid for it as a social media site. But if it looks like it might morph into some kind of payment site where you can send money all over the world and be one of the larger, competitors to Zelle or something, because based in Bitcoin, being able to use that all over the world is going to be very interesting to see where it goes.
Well, wasn't he investing a lot in Dogecoin like last fall or something?
Yeah.
Oh
Correct.
man, I can't see any problem with using Twitter to send a lot of money overseas with Bitcoin. I don't see any problems there at all. Sounds perfectly safe.
Yeah, something called Yellow or something, some system called Yellow that they brought into Twitter last year that people were like, what the hell are they doing? Nobody. It's almost like this has been set up for a long time.
Well, I hope he shakes it up because I do think the CEO at Twitter now is an a-hole, but that's just my opinion.
If my uncle in Africa passes away and leaves me a large amount of money, but I got to send like say $5,000-$10,000 over to the people who are handling the estate in order to unlock my million, will Twitter be a good way to send that money? Asking for a friend.
Oh my God. When Jim was doing real estate yet, he had a
Oh my
thing they
God,
were
yeah,
trying
that
to
was
put
funny.
together the finance on this
It was a group
CBR.
home.
Yeah, it was a CBRF. And they were getting this inheritance. They were going to use it as a
The operators of the group home, and I mean this place is not cheap. It was actually they own several group homes, and they're buying this particular unit from the builder who leased it to when he built it. And all of a sudden I'm listening to this guy talking to my dad at the real estate office. I said, wait a minute, this isn't like somebody from like I made a joke. I said from like Africa, like Nigeria or something. They're like, wait, how'd you know? I'm like, oh my God. I mean, this was like years after they'd been doing the letters and stuff. I mean, I'm like, you guys have never heard of this? They're like, what? I go, yeah, it's a scam. Oh, well, they got some attorney looking into it. I said, well, they should look into it harder. And they were going to meet in Canada or whatever to exchange the money and stuff because these people had them so deep into it where they've been giving them money to get their money out. Yeah, guess what? It was a scam.
anyway. And this wasn't like $100,000 house. I mean, this was like a couple $1 million deal. Anyway.
Yeah, they'd only given them. Well, they needed $10,000 more to finally finalize the thing, and then when 10,000, and then when I said that, then my old man's like, told him, and then he told the people, and he says, "Yeah, this really sounds like a scam." So then the lawyer looked into it harder and figured out, "Oh yeah, it is a scam."
Oh my God! And they had a lawyer.
Yeah,
oh
and
my
then the
God.
lawyer said, "Here's your bill."
Oh my God! Sounds like the lawyer was scamming them too.
Yeah, I think so. I think the lawyer might have been in on it.
On that note, it's
I better let you
9:07.
go.
Time for me to pack up my awesome 5 orders and have a good day.
You too.
Yeah, I have 3. Woo-hoo, let's go.
3. That's winning.
Thanks for having it, Todd.
Thanks for coming on, everybody. It's good to touch in with Scott and Tara and Jim.
That was fun. Sorry we took it over on you, but I hope you learned
that's great.
something. I hope you had a couple laughs.
Sally and I just kind of get tired of each other, just us. So, I mean, I don't get tired of her. She probably gets tired of me. Anyway,
I'll draft you guys a couple scripts so you have some stories to tell each other.
You can be like Al Franken. You can be the writer in the back.
That would be awkward.
Tara's gonna be the Al Franken of the Elliot.
Al Franken.
Anyway.
All right. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
All right. Have a good day.
Bye.